Nia Jax could be growing a bit more suspicious of Tiffany Stratton, so we'll see why that is. We'll also check out what's up with Jey Uso and more. Starting things off with Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax. The first interesting development for this story actually took place off screen. Tiffany took to her Instagram story to reveal that she had quietly stole Nia Jax's title for a quick photo. Tiffany posed with the WWE Women's title in her hand and posted that image to her story with the caption and mentioning how gorgeous her Queen's champion was. So telling by the caption, Tiffany is still giving respect to Nia as the Queen and champion, and just complimenting the title's appearance. But everyone can figure out what's really happening there. Tiffany just held that title in her hand and posed for a picture with it. That's probably something she could get used to, and she's already likely having lots of thoughts about making that championship hers. And to make this situation even more tempting, Tiffany obviously had the Money in the Bank contract in her possession for her to use at any time, and instantly make herself the owner of the title. So the gears have to be turning there when it comes to that situation. But Tiffany just played off that picture by acting like it was just a simple compliment to Nia Jax. But Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton's story continued in a big way with a backstage segment. Tiffany and Pretty Deadly were seen working on Nia's crown before she suddenly appeared. Nia said she wasn't in a good mood this week due to how Michin ruined her title celebration the week prior. Nia Jax promised to make Michin pay for her actions and give her the biggest beatdown of her life. Nia also put a lot of emphasis on the fact that it was a celebration that Tiffany specifically set up for her. So Nia didn't really excuse Tiffany of anything, but her emphasis on the fact that Tiffany set up the celebration makes it at least seem like she's a bit suspicious that maybe the attack from Michin was something that Tiffany and Michin quietly organized together behind the scenes. Nia Jax did not flat out accuse Tiffany of that, but she heavily appeared to be at least alluding to a foul play idea like that from Tiffany. So Nia Jax's character is very smart, cool, and collective at the moment. She's not allowing herself to get too over-the-top animated, but she's keeping a very close eye on Tiffany Stratton's every move and doesn't appear to fully trust her, which is understandable. Tiffany is still the contract holder at the end of the day, so anyone in Nia's shoes will naturally feel uncomfortable and unsure if they can really put all their trust into Tiffany Stratton. We talk about Nia being cool and collective. Well, Tiffany Stratton was the complete opposite in this segment. Tiffany was very animated in this segment, referring to Nia several times as my queen, and asking her several times if there's anything she could do for Nia. So Tiffany's animation and how dedicated she appears to be serving Nia is probably what is causing even more suspicions to Nia Jax. Tiffany Stratton is a character that's known for being self-centered and all about themselves, truly believing that she's better than anyone. So for her to go from that cocky and arrogant persona all the way to being a queen's servant, that's definitely a bit suspicious and makes you wonder if Tiffany is actually up to a much larger plan behind the scenes. Is Tiffany truly this loyal to her queen, or has this been an entire scheme from the second she first approached Nia Jax with the partnership proposal? That's something that both Nia Jax and the audience is trying to piece together. But Nia Jax told Tiffany to just get the crown fixed and that it was her only task for the week. Another observation here is, of course, Pretty Deadly's inclusion into the storyline. It looks like Pretty Deadly will be reoccurring characters within the Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton storyline, so they can continue to pop up throughout the story unless it gets to the point where Nia gets sick of them and dismisses them. But until then, it appears that we can expect Pretty Deadly to keep popping up within the story to serve Queen Nia. As Tiffany and Pretty Deadly walked off to fix the crown, we saw another interesting moment to wrap this segment up. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven were seen on the opposite side of the wall next to Nia, and they were talking about Nia and Tiffany's questionable friendship and the failed celebration. Piper points out to Chelsea that if she herself was Tiffany, she would have made sure Michin never made it inside the ring to crash the party. Chelsea says that she thinks that Tiffany's only hanging around Nia, so it'll be an easy task to stab Nia in the back when she least expects it and cash in. Chelsea also said she wouldn't be surprised if Tiffany cashed in after Nia's street fight with Michin. Nia then turns the corner and tells Chelsea that she's not in the mood tonight, and the two of them run off. So even that closing part of the segment was interesting. You can argue that Chelsea purposely put herself in that position with the full intention of Nia hearing the full conversation, or that it was just all a coincidence and that they had that conversation with Nia Jax being right around the corner. But given Chelsea's known recent issues with the two of them, more specifically Tiffany Stratton, it looks like this conversation was truly meant for it to be overheard by Nia, just so that Chelsea can plant some doubts and bad thoughts into Nia Jax's head, and to drive Tiffany and Nia apart. And we talk about Tiffany's plan, Nia's plan, but we also can't forget about Chelsea's plan as well. Chelsea's probably planning her own scheme out with the end goal of being to divide Tiffany and Nia Jax, so that she herself can have an easier time dealing with them. Since Chelsea will still have Piper by her side, it'll be even easier for her to take on Tiffany or Nia on their own in a 2-on-1 situation, rather than a 2-on-2. So Chelsea's trying to make them weak, so that she can get revenge on Tiffany Stratton for throwing her off the ladder at Money in the Bank, and then to try to take the WWE Women's title off of Nia, after she no longer has Tiffany by her side. So it's a three-way situation where everyone is quietly scheming behind everyone's back, and potential deception is just everywhere. Even though Chelsea was probably making up lots of things she was saying, it still does make you wonder, did Tiffany let Nia get attacked by Michin on purpose, just to see if it presented her with a good cash-in opportunity? And we also have to see if the other part of what Chelsea said comes true. Will Tiffany attempt to cash in on Nia Jax following that brutal street fight with Michin, or will Tiffany continue to be a loyal servant with no thoughts at all on a cash-in? This storyline has the potential to be one of the greatest right now, so hopefully it stays going at a great pace. Rikishi's been doing a lot of talking in recent weeks and has been in the headlines for all of his remarks. He first went viral after he slammed WWE for not giving his son Jey Uso the 2024 Money in the Bank contract. Then he criticized them for leaving Jey off the SummerSlam card. And he also took some jabs at them for Jey's only main storyline being that he has a crush on Rhea Ripley. Well, during a recent edition of his podcast, Rikishi took it a bit further and revealed that he told Jey Uso just to step away from WWE completely for a while and take a break, since they have nothing significant for him to do. Rikishi argued that Jey Uso is not an enhancement talent and he should step away for a hiatus if they got nothing good for him to do. And Rikishi's right in that sense, that Jey Uso is a top superstar, top merchandise seller that really doesn't have anything too special going on at the moment. Everyone assumes that Jey will eventually become a part of the Bloodline story again, but until then, it seems uncertain what his direction will be. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.